On the outskirts of Red Creek, a farming town in northern Oklahoma, Highway 74 cuts a straight line through miles of scrub pasture. The locals called Red Creek Middle School the little school by the fence line, because the chain link barrier behind its playground marked the beginning of open ranch land. For years, it was an ordinary, sleepy public school, until the morning that shattered a mother's life. Mara Hensley, 39, had built her entire world around her only child, 11-year-old Lila. After losing her husband in a construction accident years earlier, she poured her time and strength into raising her daughter. Lila was bright, thoughtful, and known for keeping a turquoise notebook everywhere she went. Mara worked double shifts at the Red Creek Diner, saving every tip for Lila's future. For months, a small extremist cell, calling themselves the Prairie Dawn Collective, had been moving across rural counties. They were not foreign terrorists, nor connected to any known organization. They were a fringe, anti-government domestic group whose members had been radicalized in online forums. The group consisted of 5 individuals, each under the belief that attacking rural institutions would wake up the nation. Their leader, a former oil field worker named Brent Hollis, had chosen Red Creek Middle School for one chilling reason: the lack of security. A single sheriff's deputy patrolled 3 townships. The school had no resource officer, no metal detectors, and no locked entry system, because nothing bad ever happened there. On a windy Wednesday in late March, Lila arrived early for a science project meeting. Her teacher had stepped out to make copies. That was when the group struck. At 7:19 a.m., the Prairie Dawn Collective forced their way into the school through an unlocked side door used by the cafeteria staff. Armed and wearing improvised tactical gear, they moved straight toward the administrative wing. A secretary managed to dial 911 before the attackers silenced her phone. Inside a classroom near the hallway, Lila and 3 other students were preparing their project display. The sounds of shouting and gunfire sent them scrambling under desks. Lila pulled her turquoise notebook to her chest, a nervous reflex she always had when frightened. When one of the attackers, Mara became the last parent called into the small white trailer used as the temporary command center. After that, neighbors said she didn't scream. She simply went silent. Federal agents traced the group's communications to an encrypted forum used for spreading conspiracy-based rhetoric. The members had no connection to foreign groups. Their ideology was entirely homegrown. They had chosen the school because it was defenseless, not because of any specific child or staff member. The trial of Brent Hollis lasted 9 weeks. When asked if he had anything to say to the victims' families, he responded with a rambling monologue about purifying the plains. Mara walked out before he finished. Hollis received multiple life sentences without the possibility of parole. In the months after the attack, Mara sold her house and moved into a small studio apartment in Oklahoma City. She couldn't bear to drive past the fields where Lila once played soccer, but she found purpose in a new mission: advocating for rural school security reform. She traveled from county to county, speaking to school boards, lawmakers, and any parent who would listen. She carried Lila's turquoise notebook with her everywhere, a reminder of the daughter whose future had been stolen by strangers chasing a delusion. The town eventually repaired the damage to Red Creek Middle School, but it never returned to the quiet innocence it once had. And Mara, even in her grief, continued her fight so no other parent in Oklahoma, or anywhere, would stand